All right, let's try this. This stuff is pretty hard to teach online. I've been teaching for like 20 years in person. So, okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. We're going over a jab, straight, hook. How do I control this? Bam.
Rolling and action.
So I was just showing, jab, straight, hook, how you would just practice it for sparring, for fighting. And now I move on to film punches, dynamic angles, longer range, keep it sharp and sticky. What I mean by sharp and sticky is from here, boom, before, like, I don't prepare to move like telegraphing. Okay, I just go from here, bam, right? And when in full extension, I want to stick it for a second. For example, like this, boom, right? The thing is, I think a lot of people try to telegraph their punches for your partner. However, if you telegraph too much, the audience can see the telegraph. They see the choreography. You don't want the audience to see the choreography. You want to be so well polished that you don't have to telegraph. You go from here, bam, right? And so there's something at stake. Anyways, let's move on. So that is just longer range, aware of position, and the dynamic angle is your body angle in reference to the camera. Next thing is to practice calibrating a safe distance from your partner. So here goes. We're not getting close. We're just getting used to moving with power in front of each other. Next thing is full extension. It's easy to control your power when it's close, but when it's far and you're leaning, you could fall. You have to practice having access to control at a longer range. So that's what I'm saying right there. And this is how I practice. So make sure we're far enough from each other. I'm still recovering from my hip surgery. But see, I'm trying to get my leg fully diagonal, 45-degree angle, falling into each other, okay? Because basically when we're fighting, we're trying to take up space. One guy's trying to take up the territory. The other guy's pushing back. And sometimes when you clash in the middle, it goes back and forth. And it's okay to be straight up and down and not have a dynamic angle when you're in the middle fighting for position. But it's boring if the whole time you're just standing straight up, trying to make shapes, you know what I'm saying? So here I'm measuring the 45-degree angle. We just drill the accuracy. It's harder to fight at that angle, but that's mastery, right? Still keeping everything else in check. Head position, acting, power, speed. Requiring more trust from your partner too. He has to have the ability to download. He's got to be on your level. If you're not, you're only as good as the weakest link. Unless you're just annihilating him in the fight. Next part, when you throw that hook, you want to touch the shirt. I mean, the guy's not wearing a shirt. The shirt he's wearing, you want to touch it. Why? Because we practice pinpoint accuracy. This is for practice, to practice trust. So after you practice touching the shirt, now this is the secret. Before you throw the punch, he has to come forward. As you throw the punch, it has to clip your shirt. So there's something at stake, which is the value at stake is if you don't dodge, your health is at risk, right? You're going to get hit. That has to be there. Just like an acting scene, if there's no value at stake, why are we watching the scene? There has to be something at stake. So we capture, the attention of the audience. They have to watch. They can't look away. It has to be power and speed. It has to be trying to take over the territory. Let me go back just a little bit, just so you see. Oops. Okay, let me just watch. So we're selling that we're going for the chin. He actually doesn't film. My friend Mark doesn't film fight with me that often, so he's a little caught off guard to how close it is. If I'm doing it with Andy or Brian Lee, we're so used to the precision and trust each other. But Mark trusts me too. He knows I'm a master. Doesn't have to be fast. Accuracy first, before power and speed. I'm demonstrating here when you just, when most people throw jab, straight hook, you kind of lean back and pivot your leg, right, to throw that short hook. But that wouldn't make sense in a film fight. Short hooks, very hard to work unless you do a close-up, slow-mo. So what I'm saying is you have to cover the distance. Your fist has to be where their chin was. So if you have to alter your steps, we start southpaw. But when you throw that hook, you're really trying to clip somebody. You have to be able to switch hit. Anyways, best of luck.